What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Small Business Sundays. I'm your host for the evening, Darnell. This series is all about buying black, featuring honest conversations with black entrepreneurs on their creative process and the business model. Before we go into this week's episode, I want to make sure everybody that's around, if you or somebody you know is a black entrepreneur and they deserve to be featured on Small Business Sundays, make sure you just send me a DM. Let me know. Send me an email. My link is in my bio. Let me know. We can bring them on. We can have an honest conversation. We can give knowledge. We can inspire, and we can keep buying black. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my first guest. He is a multi-talented artist. And when I say that, I mean graffiti artist, I mean sketch artist, I mean tattooist, I mean painter, and all these things above. So I want to make sure I bring my first guest in. I want everybody to welcome him. I want everybody to just soak in his game. I want everybody to understand this man is great in what he does, the art bully. So let's bring him in. You ready? How's everybody doing? I appreciate y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I'm bringing my first guest, the Art Bully. Again, multi-talented artist. This man, he's serious. He's about what he does. So I want to bring him in. Art Bully, what's up, bro? Come through. We're going to have this conversation. We're going to get his game. We're going to inspire the people. We're going to keep buying black. We're going to bring him in 1 second, y'all. How y'all doing today? What's going on, Deshaun? What's up, D-Rock? Nikki, what's up? How you doing? How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful Sunday. It's a little hot out there, but make sure you get some sun, melanation, all that good stuff. So let's bring him in. Give me one moment, everybody. I thank y'all for coming for Small Business Sundays. If you haven't been around, please make sure you go on my IG page. You can go to the IG TV part. You can rewatch last week's episode with Super Ice Cold J. He gave a lot of game on audio engineering. If you or anybody you know wants to be an artist, that is the man that you want to get some game from. He's been around for a very long time. He knows what he's doing. What's up, bro? And the week before that, make sure you go get some game from Swipe. When Youngin, he's been around for a very long time. Designer, artist as well. He's doing his thing. So please rewatch those last week's episodes. Even if you can't catch it live, make sure you tune in after this is over. It's a great conversation amongst the people. And we will be bringing in my first guest in a moment. Like I said, the Art Billy. Send a request, bro. All you got to do is send a request, bro. Let me see. Here we go. We're going to bring him in. Once again, everybody, without further ado, welcome my first guest, the Art Bully. What's up, bro?
Yo, bro.
How you doing?
What's going on, man? I can't call it. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. So one thing I ask my guests every time, each and every week, I want to know how's your mental doing, with America. The turmoil we're in, the turmoil we're always in. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Right now, with everything that's been going on, it's been, I gotta admit, it's been a little draining, but in the same sense, it's been like fueling my creative process as well. Like, it's just like me as an artist, it gives me like ammunition to keep talking about certain things that's going on right now within the public. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm just taking the punches and rolling with them. You feel me?
Okay, so let's get into it then, like, because that's perfect what you said. So your name is the Art Bully, right? You're the Art
Yeah.
Bully. So the Art Bully, tell us about where that name derives from. Like, where did you get that from? Yeah.
Basically how I even came up with that, like the whole concept of the art bully is like just basically like me trying to bring like that Philly competitive and aggressiveness to the art world. You feel what I'm saying? Like my whole goal is to get to the top by any means, and I'm bringing that Philly hunger in, and if I got bully my way to the top, then so be it. You feel me?
Right. No, that's important, man. We gotta bully our way in this because they've been trying to hold us down for so long. So
Yeah.
why not?
Facts.
Let's get it. So let's take it back. So you are the Art Bully. Around what time, like, did you first? Because I remember we was talking. We had a conversation offline, and you told me about in your early days not really understanding how cool art was or could be. So tell me about like when you first like realized your art is cool and like this is what I want to do.
I want to say like when I first realized, when I started seeing like like living artists making money off of their craft and was like having it their way and doing things that that you know average people couldn't get to. It's like, oh damn, like this is a field that you can exceed and take care of not only yourself but your whole family. So it made me realize like, damn, I had like a respect for it, and I kind of like realized that I've been sleeping on it for all these years. So and once I seen that, and I was like, basically, this is a market that I feel like I can tap into, and for art being something that always came natural to me, it was inevitable for me. I mean, like to stumble across art, like that's how I feel. You feel what I'm saying, bro?
Word, man. So like, so let's talk about, stumbling across it and finally getting into it. So like, what was like some first challenges that you faced when you started creating in the beginning?
Um, some of the first, like some of my early on challenge, like when I first started, was just getting my work out there. Like I felt like I was kind of arrogant a little bit when I first started. I'll admit to that. Like I felt like that being as though I could like draw nicely and I can shade good with a pencil, I could just tap into this market and sell paintings like that. But that's just like not being ignorant to the that's just being ignorant to the process and not understanding that how everything in life that's worth having is a process. You feel what I'm
Right,
saying? You got to
right.
take baby steps to everything. And so, but once I, in art, it has taught me a lot of patience, like a great deal of patience, bro. Like you gotta have patience when it comes to creating, and when it comes to selling your art and getting your stuff out there. Like even when things are not going your way, you gotta stay persistent and keep creating no matter what. You know what I'm saying, bro? So
Yeah,
that was like some of the challenge that I endured early, but everything comes with time and you get better like out of it, like when in between the time of creating and keep creating all the while you're getting better and not even realizing from just keep working on your craft. You feel what I'm saying? Now you done reached a level and people are just showing you lots of love because they see the consistency. You feel me? Like people
yeah,
love consistency.
yeah. All right, so let's. I had another question, but like since we talking about people peeping the level up and things of that nature, you leveled up so much, right? So like let's put a time frame on it just so that people can understand. So we were talking and you was telling me about 2014. So can we get the people a timeline so they understand like your work ethic and your consistency from 2014 until right now, just in a general sense, and then I'll get more specific, just in your sense of like your confidence growing as you went along.
Yeah, so basically in 2014 that was like a year when I first realized that art was going to be something that I knew I was going to pursue like for a lifetime, like a lifetime goal of mine. Like it was like I had the idea and it was like it was this or is nothing. You
Right,
feel me? So
right.
when I realized that I had a job at the time, and once I did realize how art that was going to be something that I was going to pursue, I started saving. Like that's how like some people like talk down on the whole 9 to 5 thing, but 9 to 5s is cool to fund your gifts and your dreams. You feel me? You gotta
Right,
like you can't put in a whole bunch of hours for somebody and not put in the hours working on yourself. You feel what I'm
right.
saying? So in my spirit in any spare time that I had, I was always practicing, working, buying new supplies.
Mm-hmm.
I turned my mom's basement into a damn to an in-home studio and to a
Word.
tattoo, damn like a tattoo parlor for real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you mean my early supporters, they know they used to come through and get inked up. So
yeah.
and with that just led to me like going towards clothes and selling art pieces and now I'm here. And a couple years after 2014, I got fired from that job that I had. And once I got fired, it was like it's now or never. You feel
Right.
me? And I jumped in that water. I've been swimming, so you feel
Yeah,
me?
no, you definitely swimming. So let's talk
Yeah,
about how you swimming, bro. Because you like I'm a fan, and we talked about that already. But like seriously, like I'm a fan just from like just seeing your work on Instagram and like seeing like let's talk about the commission, the corporate commissions, like when the opportunity that you started seeing from your consistency as far as like even with Foot Locker. And I'm gonna name a couple things, but we're gonna talk about if we could talk about it specifically. But like
yeah.
just what like Foot Locker and doing Made in America. What year was that? Last year or
Last year.
Made in America last year, Bruce Picnic last year, right?
Last year, yeah. All
It's crazy
2019
thing.
were 2019 was good to me. You feel me?
So like, so we know how long it took. Like, and that was like so from like 2014, and like when did that first commission come in? That was Foot Locker, right? So let's talk about that.
That it came in at the top of the year of 2019. You feel me? That was more so like of a word of mouth type thing. So even it's good to have a social media and following, but you gotta go out and meet people and be at events and shake hands and everything like that. So how that came about was just word of mouth. Like I didn't even like I had no clue that I was even on their radar. You feel
Yeah,
me, bro? Like I just woke up one morning to an email. I thought it was fake at first. I just
yeah,
kept reading. I'm like, oh no, this the real deal. And once I got and once I did that with Foot Locker, it was like a domino effect. Like just other things started happening for me as well.
So what exactly did you do for Foot Locker for your first commission? Just talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, that was a big commission.
Yeah,
They hired me to basically do all the art and design inside of their Cedarbrook community store that they just opened up
I
last
was
year,
there.
as a matter of fact. So
Yeah,
that was like love, and it's a Foot Locker that's not too far from where I grew up. You feel what I'm saying? So to get that for my first corporate job, like it was a surreal feeling, man. I was just like it was very humbling, and I was like so grateful for like for the challenge to to let me show my talents and just basically get my name into a door that it wasn't in before. You feel what I'm saying, bro?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that whole experience, it was everything for me, man.
So this is a sidebar, right? So with that experience, right? Because I was there. I remember I was
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
seafood
yeah,
store.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, and I actually I don't know if the guy that I'm about to say hooked it up, but was it Munch that brought into like the whole collab into play?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out to
Munch,
Munch.
man.
That's that's
The dot connector, you know what I'm saying?
that's yo. When I so quick story, I know this is about you, but quick stories. So I used to work for Sneaker Villa before I went to DTLR, and I was still
Yeah,
there while I was DTLR. So that I first met Munch back in like 20, maybe like 17, 16 maybe. And like
yeah,
I was working at King of Prussia Mall, and he actually know my brother. They went to school together. But it didn't like that's not how I got the job. But like I mean, so I remember when I seen him and I knew about him already. I'm like, I told him like, bro, like we going to like I don't know exactly what I said, but I know I spoke some things into fruition of just like being aligned with Bunch in some way somehow. And like he's a good man. That's why I talk about him. And
yeah. Good dude, man.
so
Good
like
dude.
fast forward, like even once once I got like I started working in Center City at DTLR Villa on like 12th and Chestnut, and like he was a big part of the reason why like we had this African American for Black History Month in February of like 2017 maybe, and he just asked me, he was like, yo, I told him, like, listen, I rap, I do poetry. He was like, listen, do this video. We can get it popping. And we got that video popping. And it was like everywhere. It blew up. It was crazy. And then he
Yeah,
was even furthermore, he was the reason why I was trying to be like the marketing manager for
yeah,
like Philadelphia area at that time. He set it up for where I just put my portfolio together, everything I did, but he just put the good word in for me. So he'll always be like a real one for me for sure. You know what I mean? Even though I ain't get it, but I ain't get it because of my background, but we ain't gonna talk like that. But yeah, good dude. So okay. So Foot Locker, those experiences. Let's talk about I wanna know a little bit more because we ain't talk about it enough, but like I wanna know a little bit more about Made in America. Like how did those come about, Made in America and the Roots Picnic?
how Made in America came about, they had like a little contest type situation where they was like having artists submit pieces to this company that was like actually the company that funded that project was called their name is Cause Village, you know what I'm saying? So what they were doing is they had this sign that says Cause Village for their logo, and they wanted like each letter painted differently, and they were like just wanted to basically show love to the art community of Philly, and they had people submit renderings for each letter, and I was grateful I was chosen to be one of the artists to be a part of it. And actually my guy too, we paint out of the same studio. My guy BKL, I told him about it, and they selected him too as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was dope. So
Yeah,
yeah, two guys coming out the same studio. You mean we both did a letter. That shit was dope, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
And the Roost picnic, that joint came, like I said, that joint came about word of mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Like how, like, just knowing the right people. You feel like my folks called me, was like, yo, I know somebody that's putting something together. Like when they first told me what it was, I didn't know what event it was for. You feel me? Until like a week before, so they somebody put a good word out for me, and
Hmm.
they reached back to me, and the shit fell through. You feel me? So
Yo, your work speaks for itself, bro. So like, I think like, you know, definitely those relationships like help, but like once
yeah.
the work is there, so like
Nah, thank you,
the
bro.
work was there, so
Appreciate
that's
that.
the reason why you definitely got them, Jones. And like just from our interactions, like I already know, like you see, like not even seem like you are a solid person, and the work is amazing. So like it's just
Thank you, bro.
I understand why you definitely had all those different opportunities. So let's talk about like, and we had this conversation again. But just like the sense that the let's talk about if it possibly like those opportunities gave you some type of validity, like validation in the art world. Did you feel like validated, and or like did you feel like all your work really was like like this was your moment as far as your work? It spoke for itself. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, yeah. It basically, like, it was very humbling, and it gave me a different type of hunger. You feel me? It was like when it happened, it was like, damn, I'm starting to see like some of the fruits of my labor a little bit. But in a sense, I couldn't let that cloud the vision, because like the job's not done. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Right,
I'm I'm so far from finished. You feel me, bro? But
right.
when them jobs came through, man, it basically told me that I'm doing the right thing in life. You feel me? Like it was nothing's fake about this. Nothing's made up. You know what I'm saying? So everything that I've got, it came like kind of like organically, if that makes sense. You feel me? Like I
Yeah,
haven't like what's like with art, like ever since the start of my journey, I always like gravitated towards whatever I like felt more comfortable doing. Like how I was like when I was playing with everything, tattoos, painting, sketching, and just all types of things. And like the things that I naturally gravitate towards was, painting. And I gravitated towards that, and everything else started, like, the universe started to line things up for me. You know what I'm saying?
that's what happens when you
It
put the
it
work
it,
in, bro.
it, de- it definitely showed me that I'm going on the right path in the right direction.
All right, let's stay there then. So let's talk about how all your fruits of labor it started blossoming, and like just talk. Let's talk about the art bully like here and now. Hold on, before we go into it though, I want to do a sidebar. I want to thank everybody for coming to Small Business Sundays with
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm your host Darnell. This is the art bully. He's a he's a
Yeah.
he's a multi-talented artist, tattooist, graffiti artist, sketch
Yeah.
artist. If I'm missing anything, painter, let me know, and everything but that. That's who I'm with. So here and now, let's talk about like where do you see like your brand, and if you could talk about let's talk about Love Rebel too, because I want people to know that's a part of the Art Bully brand as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
where do you see your overall brand in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, like not too specifically, but I see my, like, within the next 5 to 10 years, I just want to be like one of the best to come out of the city of Philadelphia, and eventually to be mentioned with some of the greats all across the world. That's that's my goal, bro. Like I don't like want to sound like big headed or arrogant like that. That's the goal, bro. I
Ah,
want to be one
sure.
of the best. Like I want to do this shit for the art. I don't want to do it for the money or the fame or name or anything like that. I want my work to speak for itself, like long after I'm gone, bro. Like
All right.
so. I just like whatever. I'm gonna take time, like whatever it takes. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I'm hungry, man.
Yes,
Mamba
sir.
mentality. You feel me?
Mentality, bully
Hell yeah.
mentality. You know what I mean? You're hungry, but you know what I mean in a good sense. So like, okay, let's talk about. I want to talk about the black art experience. So like, how have you managed to like separate yourself as an artist from like? Because there's so many artists in the city, in the
Yeah.
world. Like, how have you managed to like be different?
Um, I want to like just like you can't be scared to experiment. You feel me? Like, well, art, everything is a learning process, and I know that I'm a student. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm a forever be a student of the art world, and you don't get anywhere like just trying to like do what everybody else is doing. Like I don't have no problems with going against the grain and doing my own thing. You feel me? That'll separate me from everybody else. So
Yeah.
like that's how I like try to take that approach. So when I create, you feel me? So I try
Hmm.
to like create a class of my own, and so it's like you can't like really like compare me with anybody else. Like that's basically the type of time that I try to keep my shit on, bro. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, 100%. Somebody dropped the facts. That's
Yeah,
facts.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Make sure, hey, everybody. I want everybody to make sure they follow you at the Art Bully on Instagram. I don't know if you want to plug your Twitter or anywhere else, but like, yeah, make sure everybody follows him. Make sure y'all can
Yeah.
see his work. It's dope. It's amazing. Um, yeah, I just want to make sure I say that. So like, let's talk about like how. So we black. That's obvious. How does your blackness influence your art?
A lot, man. Like I gotta like uh um show my black experience growing up black in America. Like I depict that through my art. Like I might not do it in every piece that I do, but there will be pieces that tell my story, like just growing up black in America. You feel me? Like I feel like it wouldn't be genuine art if I didn't. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
the best artists tell stories from their own perspective. So I'm a black man in America. Like that's the perspective that I can talk the most about. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like
right, right.
so I like one of my most popular pieces is Rumble, Young Man Rumble. Like I got, hoodies with the boxing influence piece, but basically what that piece was, it was just me. Sometimes I vent and talk to myself on canvas, like to like the meaning behind the Young Man Rumble piece was that whatever life throw at you, like just keep going. And that's basically like the overall meaning of my brand, Love Rebel. Like whatever you love, you gotta fight for it. You feel me? You gotta be willing to fight for it. Like, cause anything that's worth having won't come easy at all. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
it's all about your perseverance and how hard you're willing to go for something that you truly believe in, and that's what keep me going, bro.
Word, man. Word. So let's talk about your pieces now. Let's talk about like because one thing I was telling you about, I noticed like the many faces within the faces. And if
Yeah.
once people like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are already familiar that's watching us, but the people that aren't familiar with your work, like let's talk about how you integrate like certain faces within faces, and what does that represent when you do it?
Basically, I try to like show many emotions of us as humans. Like I don't like my type of art is like not to disrespect anybody that that do portrait art, whatever the case may be. But me personally, I like find like portraits, like trying to do surrealism, like kind of boring a little bit.
Mm.
It didn't intrigue me as much, so I like try to like go off of emotion more so than what the eye can see. Like I paint things from visual perspective and also from a feeling standpoint, like what it is that you're feeling, and just trying to capture like different emotions of the human being. Like with us as humans, you can get the good from us, you can get the bad from us. So I try to depict that in these portraits, because when you get somebody, that's what you get. You're going to get the good of a person, and you're going to get the bad. You know what I'm saying? It's the yin, you get the yin and the yang. So I just try to like
Yeah.
depict that through my pieces.
Okay, so just like, is there any like a particular favorite that you have that like, and if you could talk about like certain emotions that's within that particular favorite piece of yours, like is there anything you could think of right now?
I wouldn't say I have a particular favorite right now, but I got like how it go, man. I be having like a million ideas to be coming and going. So like that it be subjective for me. You feel me? Like I can have a piece that I can love for like 3 months or 4 months, whatever the case may be, but 6 months down the line, it's like, I'm way better than that now. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's how that
So
happens. Yeah,
it's kind of funny how it go. Like I was saying, like I can love a piece right now, and then a year later, I'll look back on it like, damn, I'm way over that now. So like my
yeah,
like my piece is always evolving, and I love that about my craft, that I'm always able to evolve, and it lets me know that I'm getting better. You feel me?
yeah, man. Yo, that's important that you said that because like as I think I had, I don't even know who I was talking to, but I just remember talking about art in some way, some fashion, like just being an artist and how like me personally making music, and how I always felt like people would tell me all the time about things that I put out in the past that they still love to this day, and
Yeah,
it's because like they grew with it. But like as the artist, like sometimes you don't grow with it because that was just how you was feeling in the moment, and you had to get it out.
yeah, yep.
So like I totally empathize with that and I get it, man. But it's like, you know, it lives on, and it's not for us. I think Jill Scott said that, like we got to put it out, and it's not for us. But like I'm pretty sure, like it's touching somebody, and still it's probably somebody's still favorite piece of yours. So like
Yup,
that,
yup,
that
facts,
that's the
facts,
dope thing
facts.
about art.
I battle those demons too, bro. Like I sometimes I might feel like a piece might not. It's like, I could look at it and be like, damn, like maybe I could do this and that too, and like, cause me, I'm my biggest critique. I'm my biggest critic, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I hold myself to such a high standard, and I would and I'm introverted, and like art, like most artists, like sensitive about their work and shit like that, and when you give it to the people, you giving them a piece of yourself, and you don't know how to perceive it, but and people be taking to it and like that, like how I be telling people, like I appreciate any type of love that I get, like because it fuels me and keep me going. You feel me, bro?
right.
Like as an artist to know that, like the things that I put out personally and like paint, like just painting emotions. You know what I'm saying, and people gravitate towards it. It's like damn, like that feeling crazy. You know what
Word,
I'm
bro.
saying?
Nah, 100%. You said it. You said it. I can't say it no better. So let's talk about like representation within the art community, man. The art community is so big, but like and it's so big in the popular world. But like if we think about the city or like the inner city specifically, like what does the popular art world lack? And when we say popular, we already know it's probably more so like whitewashed in a sense.
Yeah.
So like, what does it lack that you know you're bringing to the table?
Just diversity, man. Like it's not too many. It's not too many like crazy like living black artists that's the higher level you get up there, like you said, the more whitewash you get. You feel me? Like they tend to like show love to you like when you dead, but don't get me wrong, there are living black artists out right now that's doing a thing, like
Exactly.
Hebrew Brantley and Micheline Thomas and Chanel Abney, like, but you gotta put that work in to get to those levels. You feel me? And that's the type of mission I'm on. But they need more of us in there, man. Like
Yeah,
it's that's just one of them fields whereas like it's not too many of us a part of. You feel me, bro? Like, and
yeah, cause
I wanna help change that narrative and on a broader spectrum, like in a popular art world, like a dude like me, you see from Philly, it got tattoos and a face like and all that, and I can be inspiration to the next young boy. They could be coming from my neighborhood that don't fully understand the art world and fashion industry. They can look at me and be like, oh shit, somebody come from where I come from that did this and that, and hopefully I would like inspire them to, like, even if it's not just art or fashion, just to pursue their dreams, period, bro. Like, you
right.
feel me? Like you only get one life, and you gotta live this shit up to the fullest, man.
Yeah, that's real shit, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy because there's so many great artists within like the inner city, and
yeah.
the fact that that world, whatever that world is not allowing, or the representation is not that of the greatness within the inner city is just like it got to change, and we know that
Yeah,
that
yeah. It's
that's yeah,
it's been like sort of like a disconnect kind of and you know, because we create culture, bro. Like a lot of the shit that's popping right now in the art world, like with the graffiti wave and all that. When graffiti was first popping back in the 80s and the 70s, 80s and 90s, the art world they turned their nose up to the graffiti world. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like
right,
now, look. Now you got people that, oh, I need that piece, like a graffiti artist from back in the day, and making pieces now is going for like 20K. You feel
yeah,
what I'm saying, bro?
yeah.
Like people love to like.
I think we losing him a
Yep.
bit. All right, you got you back. You good?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
good?
yeah. People love to challenge things that they don't like fully understand right then and there. But but like I said, yeah, like they didn't take well to the graffiti world till like I want to say like as of now. You feel me? And that's a field that's like that's where it's at right now. Like
Prosper.
graffiti and street art is the wave right now. You feel
Right.
me? And, like about 20, 30 years ago, that like they wasn't fucking with it. You feel me, bro?
Crazy, man. That
Yeah,
that's just
it's
that
like it's
just go to
crazy
show
how
you.
times change. Like, and they need more people that look like me in that field, showing people where we come from. Like, yo, this is a field that you can tap into.
Right. Nah, I totally agree. That's the bad thing about like this. We already know like white supremacy is a real thing, and I'm gonna get into it because I don't care. It is what it is. I don't care
Right,
how they feel,
right.
but like it's a real thing, and it's like you should not like if you like it, and you should push what you like and
Yeah,
not wait until somebody that looks like you is doing it to be like, all right, we accept it now. Because like
right.
you was already looking at it. They was already looking at it. And we provide the culture. We've been providing the culture. And like
Facts.
we gonna keep doing that, but like we gonna have to get paid. Like and that's we gonna have to get paid. We gonna have to be where we should be, just like anybody else who's doing the work should be where they should be. So
Yeah.
let's talk about your inspiration and your motivation to keep going. Like, who do you go to for like how to's on how to do something you might not know how to do in the art world?
Uh, I with that, I basically I do a lot of research on art. Like I said earlier in the conversation, I'm gonna forever be a student to the art game, so I'm always like willing to learn. I always study like some of the great artists that came before me. Like one of my favorite artists is Pablo Picasso, Andy Warhol, of course Basquiat,
Yeah,
just a number of people, and just basically like doing my art history on things to try to keep me sharp on how I can maneuver through today's art world. You feel me? So trying and also like just basically staying true to myself. And I'm one of my biggest inspirations is me. You feel what I'm saying? So if anything, I gotta inspire myself. I gotta want to be better. So like when I get inspiration from my old pieces, I can look at something like, damn, I could have did this and that differently, and that also fuels me too as well to create newer and doper things to keep going.
word, bro. So like, let's take it somewhere else. Let's talk about like wins and losses, right?
Yeah,
It's a Meek Mill, Joe. But like,
yeah, yeah. Philly, you know
what's been your biggest like? Let's talk about losses first. What's been your biggest disappointment thus far? Like, if you could think about anything being a disappointment, or you wish it would have went differently. Not that you would change it, but like something you wish that may have went differently for you.
I would say I wish that. Well, I ain't gonna say I wish, but
Right, right,
one of
right.
my biggest disappointments was that I didn't listen to my folks early on, where I should have pursued it from a younger age. Cause I took like a little break, bro. Like when I was like 14, 15, I used to draw all the time, but I like took a little hiatus from it. I ain't think it like I ain't think it was it. Like I started to have hoop dreams and shit like that. So I took that break. My mom wanted me to go to college for art. I wasn't trying to hear it. I ended up going to school as an undeclared freshman, just on BS, man. And
Yeah,
it took for me to get a job that I didn't like, and just having an epiphany one day at work, like, damn, like, is this what you want for yourself? So
right.
after I had that, like, I turned up. So I feel like I'm kind of like late to the party, but I use that as fuel, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It helps me keep going because I look at it like I'm playing catch up with myself. You feel
yeah,
me? So I'm batting with myself to get
yeah,
to where I feel like I should have been. But like I just take it and roll with it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because
We can't.
life funny like that.
Yeah, we can't change the past, man. That's real shit. Like all we can do is learn from it and grow from
Facts,
it. And I see you doing that
facts.
anyway. So like,
And I appreciate that process because it gave me the hunger that I have now. You feel me?
right. Like, who would you be without it? So let's talk about your greatest accomplishment thus far. What if you could pinpoint anything, like, and you might have already talked about it, I don't know, but like, what has been your greatest accomplishment thus far?
Um, so far I feel like I don't know, man, because I feel like it's so much more work to be done, bro.
Yeah,
But I'm real proud of the year that I had last year, bro. Like how we talked about just Foot Locker, Made in America,
yeah,
and the Roots picnic. Like last year
yeah,
was like real good, man. So
yeah.
2019 is like one of my best years so far with like doing art. But like I said, bro, I'm so far from finished, man. I don't even want to dwell on it no more. Like
Yeah.
it happened. Like what's next? Let's take time no more.
Right. Definitely, man. You gotta keep moving forward, bro.
Fact.
So, all right, let's talk about, building your clientele and the internet. Let's talk about the internet first. Like we was talking offline again, and you was telling me about how like how have you made the internet work for you
Say that
with
again.
your art? How have you
Repeat that.
made the internet work for you with your art?
Oh man, like and it, and in this day and time, bro, like the internet is a gold mine, bro. There's like so many companies like just coming out of nowhere, popping up on the internet, and it's a direct to consumer thing. Like you feel me, bro? So
Yeah,
I realized like, yo, I can use this as a platform to like reach people that I can't physically get to. Like the internet is worldwide. People
right.
from all over like see your stuff. You know what I mean? So that's like I use that to my advantage just by staying consistent and keeping like new content coming and whatnot. So like in the internet, like when you get people paying attention and start seeing that you're consistent and serious about something, people start showing you love. They like, huh, take my money. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about if you want, like, as far as like, so say if somebody interested in a painting that they something, are you only like, would you say you only like offer some paintings that you something you think of, or if somebody just had an idea, like how does it go? Would you work with somebody that wants to bring something to life, but maybe like they love your aesthetic, but they just,
yeah.
yeah,
See with that, it's kind of like funny. I do find myself explaining to people that in order for me to give you the best work, you gotta let me be me. You feel me? Like you gotta hire me for what it is that I specifically do. Like if you want to get something like along the lines of if you see something on my page or whatever the case may be, and you want something similar, and we go off of that. Basically, I like to go off of the vibes and the energy. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like I always like kind of like get to talk to my clients, and and most of my clients they become cool. We become homies because it's a connection. You feel me? Like when you appreciate my stuff and we can have a convo, and I can just bring something to life that you admire, and like, cause art sparks conversation, bro. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
we can connect through the art, we can connect through conversation, just being a genuine human, bro. And like how we talked about offline, like your net worth is determined by your network, who you know. So just being a genuine dude and showing love, and
right,
that shit come back. You feel me? Like it's not even like it don't even necessarily be about the money. It's like it's all about that genuine connection, because people buy art because they see your vision, they understand what it says, and the piece says something to them. You know what I'm saying? So that like
exactly.
and that's how I'm trying to go about it. I just want to create things like the beating to my own drum. You feel me? Like and people like they understand that, and they pay me for my vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like that's I get it completely. So before we go on, I just I want to take a break once more. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Small Business Sundays with me, the host Darnell. I'm with the Art Bully. Make sure
Yeah.
everybody follow him. Go check out his work. You got anything for sale right now? Like any pieces you got for sale that's on your Instagram page? That
Yeah, I got a couple pieces in my inventory right now. If anybody interested about none, don't hesitate to DM me on my personal page, or my email is in my bio. You can send me an email, whatever. So just reach out. I got a couple pieces, like I said, a couple pieces in my inventory, and I got new merch that's getting ready to come out. I got a couple more things. I'm getting ready to do a limited print series run. Just more dope merchandise coming. Like one thing
yeah,
about me, man, and I basically like let the people. They don't even know. Like I let the people decide what my next merch piece is gonna be. Like whatever people gravitate towards the most. Like when I post my art, wherever the people feel the most, like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see that turn into some merchandise. You feel me? So it's
right.
like, I'm basically just giving them what they like. You feel what I'm saying, bro?
Supply and demand, bro. That's what
Yeah,
that is. Supply
yeah,
and
yeah.
demand. Word, man. Thank you for that. Make sure y'all follow him, the Art Bully _, right?
Art Bully _.
Cool, cool. So let's talk about bridging the gap, man. We had a long conversation on the phone again, and yo, let's talk about your if you want to let people into like your long term plans with like your efforts in like giving back to your community.
Oh man, basically I want to have like my own art gallery like that, just whole art class and it just teaches the youth and just putting on up and coming artists and like I want to be able to like build like my gallery to like on some shit like how Hov and them built the Rock back in the day. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying, bro? Like
yeah,
that's the type of time I'm trying to bring that energy to the art world. Like it
yeah,
ain't you don't see that too much. You feel what I'm saying, bro?
yeah.
So like if I can bring that energy, man, I feel like that's my purpose here in life, man. You know, we all here to share information with each other, and I feel like that that that's my purpose, you know, to teach my people to be creative in the visual aspect and to teach people the importance of it and how beautiful it is. Like, yeah,
Yeah, bro. It's and like we was talking, and you was talking about that disconnect within like people may not understand, especially within our community, because it's not as popular on a let's say from a media standpoint with
yeah,
like pushing art or even in school, man. Like we know like the education
yeah.
system is
It's getting more popular nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You know, more and more rappers are starting to like incorporate art bars into their music, like Pusha, Kanye, like Pusha. He been a heavy supporter of the art community for a minute. Like some people don't know, like Cause he was doing cover art for Pusha and them. Like I think he did to the casket drop. Like so.
uh,
Yeah, so called Pusha been heavy in the art world and like Pharrell and things of that nature. So I just want to be one of them dudes that can help bridge that gap even closer. You feel me, bro? Like just talking to my people through the arts.
word. So I want you to tell the story because let's talk about when the gap was bridged for you. Tell me about your story when that gap was bridged for you, real quick. Remember we talked about Mesquite, the Mesquite story. If you could just talk about
Oh
that real
yeah,
quick.
yeah. Oh yeah, you took it back on me. Yeah,
Yeah,
like the Mesquite way. Like I didn't realize how much it influenced me until I look back on it now. But the Mesquite wave was like everybody knows. Like you don't even gotta be an art lover. Like you knew what the fuck Mesquite was. Like it was the
yeah,
hottest. It was the hottest shit in the streets back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted the Mesquite shit. Was in everybody's music video. And I remember seeing this one video. I was watching Jeezy John. I think it was it either was a So Icy or a different John. But he had a Mesquite shirt on with a Can't Ban the Snowman on, and it was like, yo, that shit. I'm like, yo, that shit fire. And
word.
what I did was I just went and tried to duplicate and make my own little snowman John. So that was the first time I ever like painted on a shirt. I had to be about like 13 or 14 or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
and people was like and people were great like, oh, where'd you that's pretty dope. Did you make that? Yada yada yada. So yeah, that was the first time I like put paint to a t-shirt.
That's crazy. And let's I want to shout Mesquite out because that's Philly, so everybody should know that
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they don't know.
Shout
You know
out
what I
to
mean?
Brooklyn Cops. Yeah, for sure.
Word. So let's take it somewhere else, man. Like we know the state of the country, and we touched on this a bit. Let's talk about it a little bit more. Like, you feel like your art changed like during these times? So like during these transformative times with like coronavirus, and then of course with the protests that we should be
Yeah,
definitely protesting because this shit is some bullshit. Like, has your art
yeah.
changed like during this time?
I wouldn't necessarily say change because it's like always like how I paint, like how we said how I depict my um my
Yeah, right.
yeah I show like my upbringing, my perspective being black in America through my art. But for right now, it definitely like led me down to like a more political path as of lately. Like just my ideas been different on what I want to say in a piece and everything. But and also it had me like I haven't been like thinking. My thought process has been a little different because I want to like create things right now that's like saying things politically, like how some of these monsters need to be held accountable for their actions, and I feel like
Yeah.
art, that's my voice. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna use my voice any way that I can to speak up for my people because I like at the end of the day, bro, I just want to see us win, bro.
For sure.
Like this country been holding us back for 400 plus years, and
Yeah.
systematic racism and
For
everything
sure.
is still going on to the day. So any chance that I get where I can speak on it, I'm going to forever speak on it, bro.
Yeah, man, we got to,
And
bro. We the voices,
and
man.
and if it make any type of client or gallery personnel uncomfortable, that means you're talking to the wrong dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
and that's how I'm carrying it.
Yeah, that's how I'm with it, man. Like, if this make you uncomfortable, if the truth make you uncomfortable, so be it,
Facts.
right? I mean, you might as well just stick in your bed of lies and all that shit, because I ain't trying to hear it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, real shit.
as we wrap up, bro, like, I appreciate this time we
I
had, man.
appreciate you, man.
Um, my last question is, I want to know, like, what's your best piece of advice for like creatives like you, or somebody that's just anybody that's creating? What's your best piece of advice?
Man, never give up, never stop. Stay consistent. Even when you feel like you uninspired, you gotta create. You gotta fight through all the artist block. It's gonna come. Like the best of us get it, you know what I'm saying? But don't ever stop. Stay consistent, keep pushing, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Them rainy days is always sunshine at the end of the storm, you feel what I'm saying?
Always, bro.
So that's my best advice. Keep that shit going.
Always, bro. I appreciate that, man. That's some great advice. I think we just can't never stop. Can't never stop. So, like, before we go, I do this with everybody that I talk to. I play a little game, a word association game. I write these words down with the people in mind that I'm interviewing, and like when we had our conversation, I'm like, these words will be perfect for you because I want to gauge your reaction. So, like, the first word you think of or phrase you think of when I say a word, just let me know. That's
Okay.
cool. All right.
That's cool.
Basquiat.
Nah, the GOAT.
For perseverance.
Say it again.
Perseverance.
Consistency, hard work,
I said the grind.
grind. Yeah, basically, hustle with starve. Yeah.
Word. Emotion.
Mm. Pain.
Network.
Genuine relationships.
Word. Energy.
Nah, staying positive. You know what I'm saying?
Street art.
Ah, the best shit. The best shit ever.
Word. Culture.
We black folks, we are the culture.
That goes to my last thing, being black.
It's the greatest thing. Look, it's the best gift in the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? Melanin worth more than gold. You hear me?
Man,
Per gram is worth way more than gold. Do
you
your
feel me?
research.
You feel me? Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. Hey,
Appreciate you,
listen,
bro.
man, before we get out of here, man, let the people know once more where they can follow you at on any platform, where they can purchase some art, where they can view the art. Let them know.
You can follow me on Instagram at @theartbully_. Follow me on Twitter at @theartbully. Yeah, if you're interested in anything, like I said, just shoot me a DM or send me a email. My email is theartbully45@gmail.com. I appreciate you, bro, for giving me this time and to come and talk about myself in a little bit. Get people a little bit more insight on what I got going on. I appreciate you, bro.
Come on, bro. That's about nothing. Because, like I said, I'm a fan, so I just want to make sure, like, the people can get this information, man. Like, you got information. We all got some type of information that somebody else could use,
Yeah,
some
that's what
motivation,
life
some
is about, sharing
inspiration.
the info.
Yeah, man. Like, and that's my job. Like, and I mean, I'm gonna make sure it get out. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
however I gotta get it out, it's gonna get out. You feel me,
hell
bro?
yeah, facts.
So again, thank you, bro. I'm gonna let you go, but I appreciate you coming on. Thank you again.
I
The Art
appreciate
Bully,
you, man.
everybody underscore following. Make sure you following. Make sure you grab a piece too, cause I need to grab a piece. You know what I mean, so
Yeah,
like we gonna
yeah,
talk about
yeah,
it later.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All
Thank you.
right, bro.
Thank everybody for joining me. I am your host, Darnell. This is another Small Business Sundays conversation. Once again, this is all about buying black, featuring, like you've seen, honest conversations with black entrepreneurs on their creative process and a business model. Make sure if you want to check out last week's episode, just go on my IGTV page. It's right there with Supervisor Go J. The week before that with Swipe, both respective artists. They are dope. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you tune in to the episode too. If you just rewatch it, get some more game, get some jewels if you didn't catch the whole episode. I want to thank y'all for coming once more. And last thing I got to say is peace and love. Oh, one more thing. If you or somebody you love is a black entrepreneur, shit, you ain't even gotta love them. If you love what they do, just send me a DM they Twitter handle, they Facebook handle, they Instagram handle, and let's get something going. I want to have good conversation with good people. So, like I said, peace and love. Thank y'all for watching Small Business Sundays.